Oh my gosh, here it is, here it is, here it is. Oh, you can't. That's an exit only, Jeff. Out. You had no.
Jessica, it's okay.
I know, and I'm freaking embarrassed. Can you please park behind you?
Have you ever had a layover in the Salt Lake City Airport and thought, what within this mystical mountain range is there to do? Well, while stopping in Utah to attend a film premiere last minute, Jeff and I decided to find out, and we left with more, much more.
Shoes, all in the trees.
On this weekend Runaways, we'll give you our list of weird and wonderful spots you can hit up within an hour's drive of the Salt Lake City Airport. You know, in case you have to pick up your friend an hour before the movie starts.
There's Jessica.
He's Jeff, I'm Jessica, and this is Weekend Runaways.
We're really excited to be here. It's our first time exploring the area. It's Christmas time. We've got a few things planned that I think are going to be really fun. But of course, the first thing I had to do was go see East High, aka the school that they filmed High School Musical at. And I am so excited. Oh my gosh, here it is, here it is, here it is. Oh, you can't. That's an exit only, Jeff. Oh my gosh, you have to back out. You had no.
Jessica, it's okay. There's no other way to do this.
Okay, but you have to turn around. You can't go up there. Can you please park behind you?
What?
So yeah, while arriving to East High, Jeff entered the parking lot's exit just while a bunch of cheerleaders were out front. Let's just say it brought back some stuff.
All my high school insecurities came flooding to the surface, and I got super stressed out. So I'm sorry, Jeff.
You were a cheerleader, okay?
I know. That's why I know how embarrassing.
Been insecure. But instead, I'm like your dad that
No.
you're ashamed to be dropped off at school because
No.
of my van.
No.
After the cheerleaders left, at least 3 other cars pulled in, all to do what we were doing, snapping the legendary High School Musical photo. If you are a fan, this is absolutely stop number 1.
Welcome to East High. This taught me what it was going to be like to go into high school. And I will say that I'm not sure it quite matched the movie, but it prepared me. I know, and I'm freaking embarrassed. Can you please park behind you?
The sun sets quickly in the mountains, but thankfully Utah locals go all out at Christmas, even in their graveyards. As Jeff and I walked a cemetery to see the lights, I was shocked to find the graves going all the way back to the 1800s. This graveyard is one of the oldest outside of Salt Lake City, and it was here when some of the first pioneers came and settled here in Holiday. She was born October 2nd, 1826, and she died 1891. The first grave dug here was in 1848, and it has been very well kept up, but it hasn't really changed much since then. And they had this same view right here of Mount Olympus that we have today. While I wouldn't consider graveyards a must-see, seeing all these old tombstones in the shadow of Mount Olympus was definitely worth a stop.
Can I have a 24-ounce MVP protein shake, a 16-ounce protein shake, MVP protein shake, and then can I have 2 peanut butter power bowls?
The next morning, we stopped at Bjorn's Brew, which is a family-owned coffee drive-thru that supports animal charities and pet adoptions.
That's incredible.
Wow.
And they put a little cookie on top.
If you love coffee and dogs, this one is for you. Since Jeff and I weren't feeling like going into a metropolis like Salt Lake City, he headed east to Park City, a cozy ski town in the mountains, about 40 minutes from the airport.
All right, just made it to Park City, Utah, tiny little town here up in the mountains, and it is quite chilly. I think it's still the beginning of ski season, so I could see some people skiing over there on the slopes behind us. They even have a lift that goes right through downtown Park City. It is such a cute little mountain town. I love the architecture everywhere, but we're gonna spend a little bit of time here this afternoon looking at what Park City has to offer us. Here comes the trolley. The trolley here is free and it'll actually take you up and down the hill here in Park City. Here we are, Dolly's bookstore. Oh.
Our first stop in Park City is for the readers out there. Dolly's bookstore, so named after a cat named Dolly who used to roam the bookstore. I say used to because after about 20 minutes of Jeff and I searching for her, the clerk told us that she passed away a couple of years ago.
Where's Dolly?
Yeah, your total will be 26.
A couple years ago, sadly.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so
it was
sorry.
just her time.
Well, in honor of Dolly, we headed up the strip to the No Name Saloon, which, given Utah's Mormon population and unique liquor laws, was surprisingly busy with customers.
I got the Alpine Toddy, which sounded warm and magical for this chilly day. Let's see. That's pretty good. It's got a strong lemon taste, which I personally love, but so warm. The No Name Saloon, that was one of the cutest places I have seen. And apparently the building itself has been around for over a century, but when the current owner purchased it, they first named it the, I think, Alamo Bar, which is what it had previously been called, but they ended up getting in some kind of a lawsuit over the name. So because of that, they named it the No Name Saloon as kind of a tongue-in-cheek point back to that incident. So Jeff found this park that seems pretty interesting. So we're gonna go check that out. I'm not sure what it's all about.
Just a couple of blocks from Main Street, in a small, almost deserted park, you'll find the Park City Shoe Tree, which is exactly what it sounds like. A tree, or rather several trees, where shoes and even ski boots have been chucked into its branches. A tradition that has been happening since the 1970s. Don't ask me why.
It's just random shoes. A lot of tennis shoes. I see some Birkenstocks. They all look well worn. Guess you wouldn't throw new shoes up there. But it's interesting how the city doesn't bring them down, but I guess it's just kind of become a little bit of a tradition. So great view for these hotel guests to have shots of people's shoes, but definitely unique.
Combining my two favorite things was Atticus, a coffee shop bookstore that blends its themes together better than milk and mocha.
A coffee shop and bookstore. What more do you actually want? Can I please have a willow snow squirrel? Yeah.
Even the sizes of the drinks were named after Willow, Alice, and Hagrid. If you, like me, enjoy a great book and a good cup of caffeine, this little hideaway in Park City is one you won't want to leave. I know I didn't. With evening winding down, Jeff and I drove through some of the prettiest sunsets to Murray, a Salt Lake suburb, to have dinner at Prohibition.
All right, we just made it to our reservation here at Prohibition, and apparently it looks like a little antique shop that you go in and you say, we have a reservation, and they take you into a secret entrance into a speakeasy. So let's see how this works out.
Yes, we have a reservation.
Welcome into Prohibition after you guys.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
After you.
Okay.
Pulling its charm from old-timey Hollywood glamour, this was a speakeasy that went all out on its theming.
I got the Gatsby. That's really good. It's very fruity. I think it's elderflower and grapefruit. Then it's got sparkling wine. Very light and refreshing, but very delicious. Like that.
If you're big into upscale food and fancy flavor concoctions, you probably would love this menu. But with offerings like duck breast and lamb stroganoff, we decided to only get drinks. Thankfully, across the street was some food that we did understand. Cup Bop, a Korean barbecue fast food, filled us up perfectly. Though it's now in several states, it started out as just a food truck at the University of Utah, so it still makes our list of to-dos. As we sat there till closing, enjoying our cup of noodles and spicy fried chicken, we appreciated how cozy and relaxing our spur-of-the-moment trip to Utah was, but it would not be for long.
We are bundled up and on our way to the movie premiere, which is basically the main reason why we came out here in the first place. And I'm pretty excited. We have to go pick up our friend Jessica from the airport first.
Her and some other people on our team were supposed to get here at 9 a.m. this morning, and then the flight was canceled. And so now we're driving to Salt Lake City Airport, but we also have traffic to contend with.
There's Jessica! I made it! Okay, it should be 26 minutes and our ETA is 50 minutes because of crashes.
Thankfully, Jessica was from Utah. In fact, most of the places we visited were places she recommended. After some clever bobbing and weaving through traffic and back roads, she was able to get us to the movie premiere in record time.
We made it!
We did.
We made it! This is so exciting. I'm excited to check out this premiere. Let's do it. All right, well that was an incredible premiere. It's definitely really fun. They had a Q&A with the actors. I won't show it on camera, but there is a situation.
Healthy amount of vomit.
A situation on the stairs. A wonderful movie premiere here at Thanksgiving Point in Utah.
Have you been to Utah? What are the spots you recommend to people passing through? If you liked this video, please click like and subscribe to help our channel grow. Until then, remember, we're all in this together.
No.
Jessica, it's okay. There's no other way to do this.
Okay, but you
Sorry.
have to turn around. You can't go up there. I know, and I'm freaking embarrassed. Can you please park behind you?